Hey, good evening. Jerry Upchurch here on a Thursday night. Just wanted to get a quick note out to you on the slight edge. Principle number, what are we on now? Principle number 6 out of 7. If you haven't read the slight edge principle, you need to read that. It is a great book. It'll keep you on your toes and keep you doing the right thing. That's what Jeff's whole desire is, to get you to do the right thing. But tonight, principle number 6 is you must be willing to pay the price. And you say, oh, yeah, here we are. I know we got to pay something. I knew it was going to cost me something. Well, it is. It's going to cost you something. You got to be committed to doing what you're going to do. And if you remember the story of the guy that chose to get a penny every day, or a penny, and start with a penny and have that penny double over a period of 31 days, he ended up with over $10 million. It started very slow, and early on in the game he wasn't making a whole lot, and it took him about 3 weeks to really get into where he was beginning to make a little headway in his earnings. So basically that's the story that you got to tell. You got to pay the price to get going in your business. So that is slight edge principle number 6. And when we go back, and let's just recap real quick. Now, principle number 1 was show up. Principle number 1 was to show up. You had to show up and be a part of the game in order to play. Number 2 is you got to be consistent, meaning you do something every day. It's better to walk a mile every day than to run 4 miles or 5 miles at the end of a week. Be consistent. Do a little bit every day. Number 3 is develop a good attitude, and you got to have a good attitude. To do that, you got to be around people with a positive attitude. You got to read good books. You got to avoid people and conversations that are negative. Okay, number 4, we're talking about be committed to your business. You've got to be committed for the long period of time. The other day we talked about the question, how do you be successful in your business? And Jeff told the guy, he says, to be successful in your business, you come do what we tell you to do, be consistent at what you're doing. Well, actually he said show up, be consistent, have a good attitude, and do everything we tell you to do over a period of a year. You come back here within a year and you will have been successful in whatever it is you're trying to do. So principle number 5 was to have faith and a burning desire. And by doing that, having faith and a burning desire, it's going to keep you focused on what you're trying to accomplish. But in principle number 6, paying the price, Jeff Olson gives a quote by Vince Lombardi, and Vince Lombardi, if you don't know who that is, was a professional football coach. Actually started in high school, but he developed his way on up to become a professional football coach, and primarily with the Green Bay Packers. And Green Bay won 5 NFL championships, and the first 2, I think it was the first 2 Super Bowls that were ever played, they won that, and just had a tremendous career in coaching. But he always started with the basics. Even though his players played high school football, college football, and many of them had played many years in professional sports, professional football, he would start his practice sessions off with, gentlemen, this is a football. And he would hold his football up to show them. And he would start working with them on the basics of tackling, the basics of blocking, the basics of catching the ball, the basics of running the ball, the basics of holding on to the ball. So he started doing that, and he developed the basics in everything that they're doing. And that's what we have to do in our business today, is we've got to learn the basics, do those basic things every day, very consistently, day in and day out, do those things. And that is what you call paying the price, doing what you know needs to be done on a consistent basis. So what I want to encourage you to do is every day do something in your business. And the way I like to leave a comment here is that As Jeff Olson says, what you want to do is you want to do the things that are easy to do, and you also want to do the things that are easy not to do. Now think about that. Do the things that are easy to do, but do the things also that are easy not to do. Think about that, dwell on that, and click on the link below to read the blog. I'm going to blog a little bit more on paying the price. I've got a few more things I need to say about that, but I'm already at 5 minutes and 34 seconds. So think about that, read the blog, send me some comments on what you're reading. If you're learning anything from it, let me know. If you want to hear something else, just let me know that too. I'd be happy to chat with you on the phone or by email, whatever way you want to chat. But just get with me, leave me a note, be happy to chat with you. Have a great evening.